In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a quilt as you go Eye of Horus quilt. Hi, I'm Kim Jamieson-Hirst of Chatterbox Quilts, and I was inspired by a recent trip to Egypt to create an Eye of Horus quilt block. Now, in this particular design, you need 4 blocks to make kind of one Eye of Horus, but it's a great way to use up scrap fabrics, and I want to show you how to do it. So let's get started. Let's talk about what you need to make this project. You're going to need 4 blocks to make one Eye of Horus, I guess, really. All right, so of each of the blocks, you can decide whatever size you want them to be. I've cut some batting and backing, that is 9.5 inches, 2 squares. So there's my batting, there's my backing, all right? And actually I tend to make my batting just a tad bit smaller than my backing, about a 1/2 inch I should say a 1/2 inch in total. So I would have cut it at 9 instead of 9.5. And then that way it fits in the center. And because we're using a quilt as you go method, I don't have as much batting in the seams here. Okay, so when we put them together, it makes things a little bit easier. All right, so I'm going to center that batting on the backing, on the wrong side of the backing. Okay, there's the right side, the wrong side is up. And then I need some fabric strips. Now let's take a look at one of the finished blocks so I can explain this to you. All the blocks are going to be the same up to here, okay? So what we're using is a fairly large piece of black fabric here, usually a square, to go in the corner. Then we're going to have a piece of eye color. All right, so I have chosen blue, but you might want to have green or brown or some other mystical color for an eye. All right, so we're going to have that. Then we're going to have a piece of white fabric that's a bit wider, and then a very thin piece of black fabric. Then from there on out, you can use whatever fabric strips you want. You'll see I have all different ones in these different blocks. Okay, so that's what you need to do. And then at the corner, we're also going to use a piece of white fabric on all of them. So they're all going to be the same. You can see there's all white on all of the corners, because when you put these together into a bigger wall hanging or quilt, whatever you're going to make with it, you will see that those white pieces will form a secondary design when you put them all together. Okay, so pretty straightforward strip piecing. You're probably used to doing that. We're going on a diagonal, and as I said, you need 4 blocks to make one Eye of Horus block. So let's go to the sewing machine. Let's get started. Let me show you how I make one of these blocks. Then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how you assemble all 4 of them into that one Eye of Horus. Okay, so I've got my batting, my backing, right? And I've got my fabric strips. Now what I tend to do, because I can get confused easily when I'm doing something like this where I need to have the fabrics in a certain order, is I tend to already pull out the fabrics I'm going to use, certainly for the eye part of it. Okay, the rest of the scraps not so concerned about, except for the white at the other side. But I like to lay them out in order, just makes things a little easier, don't have to think as much. So I'm going to take my black piece of fabric here, this is a bigger piece, and I'm going to lay it on the corner, making sure it covers, you know, a fairly good section of that quarter. I'm laying it on a diagonal, right side up. And then I'm taking my eye color piece, making sure these are all extending past the edges of my foundation, is really what this is, okay? And I'm going to put that right size together with the black. Here's the tip. If you use batiks, you don't even have to think about right or wrong size. So it could be the right side, it could be the wrong side, I don't know. All I know is that it looks okay either way. Let's get started sewing these down with a 1/4 inch seam. Right. Okay, so there we go. There's the first ones. I'm going to trim off this piece because it's pretty long. Okay, there we go. That can go for another project. So here we go. We're starting with our pupil and the eye color. And I'm going to use my seam roller, or if you have an iron, you could certainly press it down with your iron. Just fine when I'm working at the machine. The seam roller works really well. Now it's time to put on the white of the eye. Okay, flip that over, get that kind of pressed down there, and again I've got a lot of excess fabric here, so off it goes. Okay, so there we go there. Now I've got the thin black piece here. And I know when I put this on, I got too excited and cut that piece a little short. But as long as it is within 1/4 of an inch, if it's going to work, I will be okay, because I'll be going in with 1/4 inch there in my seam. So let's see. And if it's not, let's say it's not, okay? Because I'm not sure if it's going to be okay or not. To be honest, let's just say it wasn't. Okay, then what I would do here is I will take these right sides together and I would stitch this on. You just see here, get this going on the right way. Okay, so I would put this on, relatively speaking, straight along the edge, because this isn't straight. And I will just take that and I will just stitch along. So it's right sides together. Stitch it down. All right, and then I've got some extra there, okay? And you really aren't going to notice that seam when you go along. Let's cut again. Let's be a little more careful this time. All right, there we go. Okay, so even if you're short on fabric, not to worry, that can be resolved when you're doing this technique. Okay, back to the long black. The thin black, I should say. Well, it's long too. The thin black, let's get that down. Alrighty, and over he goes. So this is kind of the eye part of the Eye of Horus. All right, and then from then on, you can just lay down whatever colors and fabrics that you want. Whatever width of strips, always fun to vary the width on them. Makes it a little more interesting. Get this guy down here. There we go. I can put this guy down. Always making sure that you're extending past both sides of the foundation that you're stitching it to. All right, so I would just continue adding these pieces as I go along until I get to the opposite side, in which case I will put a bigger piece of white fabric in there. So I'm just going to keep stitching this along. I'll come back and show you when I'm putting the white on at the edge, and then we will be discussing how to put all those 4 blocks together. So I've added all the strips, and now it's time to add the white in the corner. So I'm going to do that. You're going to notice that I've pulled it back a bit from this fabric. So I want to see a little bit less of this fabric here, the one underneath, excuse me, so I can see a little more of the white. Okay. Okay, I'm going to press that over there. Use my seam roller, and if I wanted to, I could trim down this fabric here, because I can see it a little bit underneath there. You can see a little bit of shadowing there. So I would just pull this back, and I would just start trimming along the edge of the white fabric, being careful not to cut into my quilt sandwich underneath. You could actually fold it away, and that's better. I'm just doing this with scissors. You could certainly use your rotary cutter. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just to get the majority of that extra darkish fabric off there. Okay, that's better. That's much better. So here is our final Eye of Horus block that we need to add with the other one. So of course I need to trim it. So I will go to the cutting table and I'm going to trim it to my backing piece. And then I'm going to show you how we put them all together. So remember I told you at the beginning that you need 4 of these blocks to make one Eye of Horus? Okay, here are 4 blocks. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 of them and put them together, right sides together, and stitch them together with a 1/4 inch seam. Then you're going to do that with the other 2, same thing, right? Then once you've got them together, you're going to take the top row, as it were, the top 2 blocks, and put them together and stitch this with a 1/4 inch seam. So when you do that, what you're going to get is something that looks like this. All right, so you can see the eye in the center, and none of these have to match up, right? With strip piecing, they don't match up, and that's perfectly fine because it still gives that illusion of an eye, all right? Even if things don't match up perfectly, it'll still work, okay? So I'm going to go and do that, then I'm going to come back and show you what that finished one Eye of Horus looks like. So I have stitched all 4 of those blocks together, and there is your one Eye of Horus, right? So it kind of looks like, an eye in the center there, this part here, right? And you can see I've got all these different colored fabrics going out, and we have these whites in the corner because, like I said, that's going to make a secondary design when you start putting these blocks together into a quilt project. And I want to give you some examples of what that looks like. But before I do that, I want to say a big thank you to my Patchwork Pals. Those are quilters who are in my Patchwork Pal YouTube channel membership, and they pay a small monthly fee that helps to support my Chatterbox Quilts YouTube channel. And in return, they get perks such as early access to all my videos, priority in the comments, and lots of other fun perks. So if you're interested in supporting the Chatterbox Quilts YouTube channel, please click on the join button below and you can get all the details and join the Patchwork Pals YouTube channel membership today. Now let's talk about what you can do with these blocks. So I want to give you some examples here. So here is one where you've got similar to what I've just made today, but I'm using all the same fabrics going out from the center in every block. So it's a little more of a homogeneous look than what the blocks were that I made today. So just to give you an idea of what that looks like, to make that type of quilt you might, or that type of unit I should say, you might have to cut into your yardage unless you've got lots of scrap fabric, long enough to put into each of those blocks, but you might actually be using yardage for that. The second example here is like the blue eye I made today, but it has all different fabrics in it too. So you can see what it looks like when you start putting these units, these Eye of Horus units together into a larger project. Now, if you don't like blue eyes, maybe you like brown eyes, you can put in brown, you can substitute a brown fabric instead of the blue fabric near the center, the edge I should say of the block. Well, it becomes the center when you put the 4 of them together. So this is what it would look like if you had brown fabric instead of blue in that place. And last but not least, here is one where you've got 4 blue eyes together, and again using all the same fabrics going out from that blue Eye of Horus. So I hope you enjoyed my take on the Eye of Horus, and it's a great way to use up your scrap fabrics. And you might be wondering if I have other ideas for how you can use up your scrap fabrics. Well, yes, I do. So check out this video that has all that important information for you. And remember to go to my website at www.chatterboxquilts.com for more helpful quilting information.